Hi, I'm Rachel. Welcome to my shelves. We probably should do that again, but we're going with it.
Well, I feel like I always say it, so I was like, go ahead, and then it just threw your whole group off. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to Know My Shelves. Welcome back. As you know, we're feeling a lot better. Rachel was kind of feeling under the weather, last episode, so... Alright, do you have any bookish news or books that you have read this week?
So I read one other book. Okay. And it's the 5th book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Your Children.
Gotcha.
It was alright. I think the more they go on, it's like...
the more you're like, yeah. No, I gotcha. I read 2. I just read this right before I came over. The Boxer is a webtoon comic that they made into a, Americanized manga. It was actually pretty good. It was a little dark.
Is that what we're getting into?
No, it is not. And then the other one I read was Pumpkin Spice Naughty Nights.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a smut megaverse reverse harem. Yeah. I needed it. Leave me alone.
You threw trauma this week.
I halfway through this book, I was like, okay, I need something. Anyways. Let's go into it.
Okay, before we get into this book, this is dark romance. We're going to be talking about probably some very dark topics. So...
This is your warning?
Yes.
This is your content warning. Before the book, I would definitely read the content warning on this one, because it does have a lot of triggering themes for everyone.
So the book we read was God of Malice by Rina Kent.
And I want to say I know this was the first book, but I don't know how many is out. 5?
Yes.
5, okay. 5-ish books, yeah. Yes, very, very dark romance. You delivered, Rachel, on this.
You said you wanted dark. To be fair, the other ones on the list I had already read. So
this is your fault, is what you're saying.
Yes. I hadn't read this one yet.
Well, see, we can experience it together and talk about our trauma on this. Because I have a lot of trauma on this one. Okay. Let's just go right in. Who's the main character?
Glendon is how I pronounced it, but I don't know if that's how it's actually pronounced.
I think it's, I would say Glenda. Glenda. Or Glenn. Or Baby, or... Princess.
Or Little Rabbit.
Yep. That was one of his other favorites. So, it's set in London at a university. I want to say, right?
Yes, there's actually 2 universities together.
It's on my second page. 2 universities, yes, both in London. So, the one that she is part of, Glendon, is the Royal Elite University. And then you have... I imagine it's just across the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, you have the King's U College, who is where our main male character is from, and I assume all the other main characters from her other books, if I had to take a guess. So
I looked at who's paired up with who, and it's about even. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So it's intertwined. It's a dark college romance, because they're still in college. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to think about the warning before. I think we're good. We're just gonna go into it. Okay, so the main male character's lead is Killian Carson, and it's Glenda King. It's important, her last name, but not really.
So I think these tie into previous books that she's written.
Oh, okay.
But this is a first in this series.
Okay. Which is hilarious, because I did put on my, I feel like I was missing a lot of information, and that could be why. Because there's another author that does that. I can only think of Ward. But she, writes a whole bunch of, romance fiction-y.
What is?
J.R. Ward.
Okay.
And a lot of hers are not... They're standalone reads, but you can... If you know whatever university that you want in the series, they're all tied in somehow.
Yes.
And it gets a little complicated, especially when they're up to 25 or something like that. So I try to stay away from those, even though I like them, but it's just, So I kind of felt like, as I was reading this, as I was getting closer to the end, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing information.
There was one chapter, and it was her dad's chapter. And I was like, who are all these people?
I know. That's what I was thinking. Yes. So most of the POVs is going to be the two main, I want to say
male character and female character.
The couple, basically. And then they're towards the end.
You get parents third in.
Yeah. I don't know why. I assume it ties in somehow, but okay. So this book starts out really, really dark. Like chapter 2. She texted me because she had read it first, and she's like, "Oh, I was not expecting it to get that dark that quickly." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" So I read, of course, until chapter 3, and I was like, "Oh damn, yeah, this is dark."
I was like, okay, because I figured there was like in the trigger warnings there is non-consent, dubious consent, and suicidal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in the trigger warning, so I was like, okay, whatever.
Most of the time we don't look at them, to be honest with you. This one I would say cautionary glance over.
Yeah, especially with the non-consent stuff, which is hard for me. Like, I want to root for our male character, so when something like that happens, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like you.
I still couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
But I was thinking about my rating. I'm like, I still don't know how I feel about this book. Yeah. Obviously it opens up with, she is contemplating suicide. Her friend had
killed himself.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like, do we want to say it? I already said it anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's not his anniversary of death or anything like that. It's been a couple months at least.
Yeah.
But she is contemplating jumping off the bridge that her friend drove the car. Like, he drove the car over the bridge. And they all thought it was, it was ruled accidental. But obviously we won't know until later if that was the case or not. Yeah. I don't want to, give it all, So, who does she find on the bridge just waiting?
It's a cliffside, to be fair, but...
Yeah. True enough.
She doesn't know it's him, and he doesn't know her, kind of.
I know. It's a lot of, I don't... Yes. Sorry, I'm still having mixed thoughts about this book. So he saves her, even though she didn't...
Kind of. Listen!
I know.
He scares her, first of all.
And she almost falls.
Yep. So he grabs her, and then he just, holds her over the cliff.
Which fucking strength, by the way. He just want to put that out there.
So...
Yes. So, basically, for her to get topside, and, he basically has her...
Go downstairs on him.
There is no qualms about this book. It's dark, dirty, and questionable. So yes, well actually he gives her the choice. It could be in your holes or your mouth. She picked the mouth. I would do the same. And that's
I will say, in this second chapter, I'm like, hell yes, girl, because she bites him at least once.
Oh yeah. And he's not what I would say your typical man in any sort of qualms about it. He is a psychopath. Yes. Or portrayed to be a true psychopath. And so he, of course, he gets angry. He just basically bitch, I told you, don't do that. And just dominates her in every way, basically.
Yes.
And she's disturbed by it because she actually enjoys it. But she, for the first probably 40 minutes or 40% of this book, she is trying to convince herself she does not like it.
Yeah. The first I want to say the first 2 sexual encounters they have are definitely not consensual. And then it kind of moves to like,
where she's kind of digging in.
Is this consensual? Is this not consensual?
And that's where it starts to be morally gray. This is a very morally gray book. It's
morally black. So let's just be honest. There's no gray about Killian.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. So that starts out the first 2 chapters.
Yes. At the end of that chapter, he calls her by name.
Yes, which kind of freaks her out.
And she's like, wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a second.
Yeah. And then she kind of does some research and figures out who he is and knows that she needs to stay the fuck away from him. So, kind of some background story on Glinda. She recognized the signs that Killian had. So, she kind of knew he was, as she put it, different. Mm-hmm. Because her older brother?
Yes.
Older brother is also, his name is Landon, which...
Yeah. So, Landon and Brandon...
I know. I was typing that. Oh, yeah. I didn't put that together until you said all 3 together. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah.
So, Landon and Brandon are twins. Landon is the older twin, and Brandon's the younger one.
Yes. I think Landon's the older. So, Glinda, knew that Killian was bad news. To stay the fuck away. She kind of gets pulled into his orbit. Mostly because he doesn't, like, give her space to, like, leave her alone. Like, he's always there.
Yeah, well, when they get back to the school, they meet a new girl that transferred from King U to Royal Elite. Anoshka is what her brother called her. I was like, oh, okay. Her actual name is Annika, I believe. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't write it down, but yes. I didn't write that in the full name. And she basically tells Linda, like, he is fucking bad news. Don't do it, girl. And
she goes, I'm not allowed to hang out with him because he is Jeremy's friend.
Yeah. So King U University has a dark legacy where it's mostly mafia.
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to be like, and then the royal elites are more of just the high class richie
from England.
Yes. So you're gonna have 2 drastically different schools.
They each have at least one secret society club.
Yeah.
So King U has the Serpents and the Heathens. Royal Elite has the Elites. Landon is the leader of the Royal Elites. Jeremy, which is Annika's brother, is the leader of the Heathens. We don't know who the leader of the Serpents is.
Yeah. They're kind of like a third. When you hear a little bit about them throughout the entire book, but they get more important towards the end of the book. So Glinda suffers a lot from her friend, obviously committing suicide. That kind of messed her up because she felt like they were kind of kindred spirits. And so, and plus, she's from a rich family. Her mom's an artist. Her brother's a sculptor. I think her other brother also.
Yeah, like he paints landscapes.
Yes. So, like, everyone has this great talent, and she feels not up to par with them. So she has a lot of trauma. So in the beginning of the book, I kind of I see the growth in, like, her character.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if it's because of him, or if it's because it's who she, you know what I mean? Like, that's the hard part for me. So, like, in the beginning, she's, like, really, like, I don't want to bug anyone. I don't want to tell anyone my problems. And it obviously causes her a lot of issues mentally. And
physically, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, just all around. And Killian kind of sees things other people don't, because psychopaths don't have emotions like normal people, basically. They think completely differently. And some of the chapters I can kind of see in the mindset of him. I don't know if I want to do.
I was kind of okay with his chapters.
Because they weren't dark like I thought his personality was.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't as dark as in the beginning. And I kind of get why.
Mm-hmm.
So he, like, forces her to do a lot of different things. But mostly just to get her out of that shell.
Yes.
So I think really the next part would be the woods, right? I mean, I know there's some stuff in between, but it's more of just...
Oh, yeah, because you have the fight night is where we're going to next.
Yes, the fight night is important. So Glinda thinks it's a great idea to go to a fight. I think it's actually
her friends convince her, Ava and Cicely.
Yeah, and her one of her cousins was actually fighting. Carrington, yeah.
Who doesn't speak and hangs out with Remington.
No, these names. Yes.
Who does speak a whole lot.
Yes. And then you also have Eli, who's Cretan's brother. Carrington's brother. And then you have Cicely in there somewhere. Ava, yeah.
Cicely and Ava are her two best friends.
Okay, and they kind of live together.
Yes.
So she goes out with her, right? With Ava?
They all go to the fight.
Yeah, they all go to the fight. And
Carrington is supposed to fight that night. And you think it's going to be with Nikolai.
Yes, Nikolai, yeah, because he's the fucking crazy one. The crazier one!
Listen, I kind of like Nikolai.
I did too, but shush!
He's book 4, if you want to know. He's got fury.
Well, that's good to know. Anyways, so... Killigan, sorry. His nickname is Kill. Basically makes a deal with Glinda.
Yes.
And he's like, I'll lose this fight.
Well, no, he did the Knight's Tale thing, and he goes, I'll win this fight for you if you go on a ride with me. And she goes, that's my cousin. He goes, okay, I'll lose. And if you don't go on a ride with me,
I'm going to do the show.
I'm going to put him in a coma.
And this is where we start to see Killian's obsession with her. Or at least I think. Because it's a beatdown. And I feel like, I don't know, but I think he loses control and starts beating the shit out of her cousin. And she, like, roots for her cousin. And, Killian's like, how dare you? Looks straight at her. He's like, but then it gives her cousin an opening. And he just starts wailing on him until she yells, Killian! And he's just like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to lose.
He goes, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then, when the fight's over, because he taps out.
Yes.
He doesn't get knocked out, or he taps out.
Literally, like, taps him on the, like, I think it's, like, the nose or some shit. Like, it was so condescending, too. Because it was more of, like, I'm tapping out, but I could have beat your ass.
Yeah.
Like,
so after that fight, she goes, okay, I'm getting out of here. She goes off.
Same, get the fuck out.
And,
yeah, he catches her.
Yeah, he goes, oh no, this isn't happening. So he goes, you either get in this car or I'm going to finish that fight.
Yeah, so she gets in the car. She fights him, I think, almost every step of the way with something. It could either be really big or really small. But yes, she gets in the car with him, and then he kind of fingers her a little bit.
Non-consensually.
Yeah, this is where it starts to blur the line a little bit. And then as he was, fingering her in the car, he found out she was a virgin, and that's all he could think about was getting that virgin blood on his dick. for 20% more into it. Yeah. Sorry. And she convinces him to be like, no, I need time. I need time.
She goes, be nice. And he goes, all right. Sometimes.
Yeah. That's pretty much where I think he realizes to keep her, he needs to, like, I don't know.
He also, this book and these spicy scenes
Yeah, tell me how you felt about this, Rachel. Because I'm intrigued.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when they degrade the female character.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
That's like all of this book.
I know. And I was like, I don't need you to call her a dirty little slut, a whore, or...
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
He did that quite a bit. And
Yes.
then I just felt like the pet name, like, baby. Because every time, like, it was only when they had kind of, like, relations that he called her baby and not, like, little rabbit or by her name or anything like that. And I'm
Well, when he was mad, he only called her by her name.
Yes, by her name. But I felt like baby was so ingenuine.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen.
I felt like it was just like, I don't know, something you say, not what he meant. Yeah.
I love a good nickname in a book.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like...
And baby isn't it.
Yeah, no, I was disappointed. I was hoping for a little bit more.
Like, when you have, like, Fourth Wing where he calls her Violence, I'm like, yes. You know? Like, it's something unique to her.
Yeah.
But then you have this and it's just baby.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt about it, too. Where I was like,
That doesn't work for me.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it at all.
Or for example, another, like, darker romance.
Mm-hmm.
The Hate series. Steele calls her Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's good for her.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get you. I got you. I was very upset that it didn't... Like, I felt Little Rabbit, but then I felt like the author tried to tie it more towards Alice in Wonderland, because there was a lot of references about the rabbit, about cards, feeling like Alice in Wonderland. And I'm just like, I didn't understand that portion of it. It's like, you find something deep about yourself, you go down a hole. Like, I just didn't understand the imagery, I guess. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand. But maybe I wasn't supposed to. I don't know.
Okay. So, back to the car. He takes her out in the middle of the woods and she goes, this is where you keep the bodies.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same.
And he jokes with her kind of, but you don't know when he's joking and when he's not joking.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's like, you maybe keep the bodies here.
Yeah.
But he goes out and shows her the fireflies,
mm-hmm.
which was a sweet moment after he was not sweet to her in the car.
Yeah, but he is under well, it's not delusion, but he is under the belief that she wants it no matter what she says, based on her body's reactions or whatever he sees. Yeah, I was gonna yeah. Yeah. I don't like I said, I'm really unsure how I feel about this book, so my rating might change by what I wrote down. I don't know yet. So he drives her back to
Her apartment.
Yeah, her apartment, and this is kind of where we get a little bit more of he's coming around more. He won't take no for an answer. He needs to be in her orbit. And he doesn't understand why. And she really doesn't understand why she's kind of falling for him. So they're both kind of like, we're just here. Kind of.
My problem is like, he showed no, like he showed interest in her, but it was more like a sexual interest.
And that's what she thought.
Instead of like
some relationship
interest. And she didn't show any interest in him at all. She's like, no, I hate you.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So I felt,
it was very confusing. But I think it's supposed to tie in towards the end, but I don't, like I said, I'm not sure how I feel about the end yet. It's fine. Anyways. It's fine. I think we start getting some of Killian's point of views at this point. Yes. And that's where we kind of get I don't know why I'm gravitating towards her, but she, like, the voices in my head kind of disappear. Not really, that's not what he says.
It kind of calms his like, bloodlust.
Yes. And...
Even though it doesn't seem like that, because he's still an ass to her.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Yes. So basically, he continues to kind of stalk her in every sense of the word. And basically tries to dominate her in every possible way.
Yes. He wants all of her.
Yes. And she's not willing to give that yet.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And so then now we're at the party, or the initiation.
Which I did like this part of the book. Because she goes to find out more about her friend.
Yes. His name is Devin, if we didn't say it.
Devlin, yeah.
Devlin.
Who died. And she found out that he died because of...
The initiation.
The initiation. Or what she thinks is why he died.
Yes. To be part of the initiation, you have to have a invite, basically.
Yes.
A QR code on your phone. And they had 100 initiates. Initiates take the trial, I guess.
Well, they had 100 show up, and then
yes.
10 left, and then there was just 90.
Yes, and then I want to say only 2 people won?
Yes.
Okay. Shocker, it's not her. It's not the main character.
So she gets to the mansion where the boys live.
Mm-hmm. Which is a mansion.
Yes. And she's unsure about if she should do the initiation or not. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to do it.
She's trying to be a little bit braver. Yeah.
Also, Killian had told her to stay inside.
Yes. So she's like, fuck this. And then so you don't see who is doing the initiation. It's masks, basically. Each like leader of the heathens. Is wearing a different color mask. So
there's 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, Nikolai, Gareth, and Killian are the ones that we know by name. Killian was in the red mask. Gareth was in green.
Yes.
Nikolai was in yellow, which his book is yellow. And I forget what Jeremy was.
I can't see your book list over there.
His book is not
the
same, I don't think.
Oh, I gotcha.
Blue, maybe? He might have been blue.
Maybe.
But the one that we don't know is white.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, he's there, because we don't even know gender. The 5th unknown member. I don't know if we're supposed to know, or if it ties into... I don't know. We don't know as reading this book. No.
Well, I just thought it was cool because Killian's mask was red. His book is red. Nikolai's book is yellow. His mask was yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The special edition of that book, Jesus Christ.
There's like 20 different editions.
Well, there's one where it has the red mask on it, and it's kind of cool, but it's like very expensive. Anyways, so before she can kind of back out of it, I think they all wear masks too.
Yes. So the initiates wear rabbit masks.
And they're numbered.
Yes. She's at number 69, because of course she is.
Which was really... like, really? You could have picked any other number. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. And... so, basically, it's like hide and seek. Not really. Point A to point B, basically. You have to get to the edge of the campus for you to enter...
the heathens. To be a part of the heathens.
I'm like, I don't know. I was never part of a sorority. I don't know these terms.
Well, this is more of a secret society, but...
Anyways.
So Killian had planned this so that he could take out some of his violence on anybody.
Yes. Otherwise he would have, tried to track down someone in particular.
Yeah.
And go through the window of their apartment like they've already done. It's fine. I just have to throw it out there. I'm sorry.
So each of the 5 founding members of the heathens has a weapon of their choice
mm-hmm.
that they can take out any of the initiates. Killian's is a bat. Nikolai's is his fists. Because of course it is. Gareth is a bow and arrow.
Rubber arrows.
Rubber arrows.
They can't be killing people, supposedly.
Jeremy...
I
forget what he is. The white one is a chain, for sure.
Oh, I gotcha.
But I don't remember what Jeremy's is.
He's not important to the story.
Yes.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Nikolai's the more vocal one, and he's the more crazy one. So
yes.
I remember more of his stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. Jeremy was just kind of in the background.
Yeah.
Gareth is also Killian's brother.
Yes. Older brother.
Older brother, yep. I was like, wait. So yes.
So they start all of this, and this is all from Killian's perspective, by the way. So he takes out a bunch of people. Well, he gets hit with a rock first.
Do you think that was her, though?
No.
No?
It was one of the other guys.
Oh, gotcha.
And he's good at tracking because he was a hunter. Because of course he was.
Yeah, I gotta let his blood loss out somewhere, somehow.
And so he's taking out people with the bat. And while he's taking out a bunch of these people, they get knocked out. He sees somebody run past, so he throws the bat at them. And it gets blocked by
a body.
by somebody that's already...
Fucking hilarious, okay? This is hilarious. This is gold, okay.
So he's like, okay, this is a challenge.
Yes, so and of course, we don't know who the person is, and he doesn't know who the person is, but he's like, oh, this is almost as good as, trying to sneak into Glinda. Like, he was going to do that, but of course, he wanted to do this because it was funner, try to get that bloodlust out, and then, he can play with her anytime. Figuratively and literally, but
against her will.
Or not, I don't know, okay? But yes, she evades him pretty well.
Yes.
And then climbs up a tree, thinking that she's psyched him out because she made all these false leads and trails. I know nothing about hunting.
And then in between this, we switch from his perspective to her perspective.
Yeah.
So she's up the tree,
thinking it could be Killian in the red mask, but she doesn't know for sure.
Because red is his favorite color, and he stated that.
Yes, he did. Right after, the whole virgin thing. It's fine. Anyways, I don't like that. That kind of grosses me out on every level, so I'm...
Yeah.
Just put that out.
Listen.
I can't even... Okay.
Yes, the spicy scenes
are
kind of
spicy?
They're something.
Yeah. They are something. I agree with you.
So he throws the bat in the tree.
Breaks the branch, and she kind of tumbles out and falls into his arms. Yeah.
I don't know if that's an awesome situation.
What's the alternative? Oh no, you saved me from dying! Sorry.
And of course he knows it's her.
Yes, they figured out that each other is each other at this point.
Yes.
And,
he figures out what her number is.
Yeah, and then they do the 69.
Yes.
Kind of. I couldn't picture it clearly, but yes.
I think they're laying down. Well, you kind of have to be, but sideways. Not on top of each other.
Yeah.
I think is how it was going down.
Thanks for that visual.
You're welcome.
Where were you when I was reading it? Okay.
Probably also reading it.
Yes. We try not to talk about the books at all before the podcast.
This one we broke the rules a little bit.
Just a little bit. I was, after she told me the chapter 2 thing, and I'm like, oh shit. And I read it, I'm like, I did not know that I had a hard no until I read this book, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like reading this. Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I finished it, but if it wasn't a podcast book, I probably would have DNF'd it.
See, I don't know if I would have or not, because I honestly don't know how I feel about this book still.
Pretty much same. And we haven't even got to the end. We're not even halfway through the book yet.
So, I don't like non-consent. I have read a book that I really did like that had that in there, but that was like one. And then when you degrade your female, I do not like that either.
Yeah.
So
I get there's a kink involving that. I get the, humiliation kink or degrading kink. I understand that is a huge thing for some people.
That is not one I have.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then, sure, whatever, but not every time we have sex. And this was every time they had sex.
Yes.
He's like, you're going to be my dirty little hut. You want it?
No.
She told you no.
Listen.
But it's fine.
If somebody called me what he called her in sexual situations, we'd be fighting. Like, fist fighting. Like, well, you best apologize.
I think, I'm thinking chapter 2, I just would have bit off his dick and problem solved. I would have let him kill me. I would have been worth it, man. Like, I would have been happy.
That too.
Like, I would have been like, I went down fighting. I'm okay with that. And it's not like, he liked having sex before her anyway, so he was not missing much. It's fine. And so one of his traits is he doesn't enjoy sex.
But he's tried all the kinks.
He's tried everything.
Boys, girls, everything.
Chains, whips, beating mess. I don't know. I forget what else he had tried.
Blood play, which is obvious.
Yeah, which is... None of it held his interest long enough for it to be worth doing, I guess? His words, not mine. Or author's words, not mine. I don't know. Anyways. Okay.
So, back to the forest.
Sorry, we got on a tangent. I'm sorry.
So, they're talking back and forth, and he's like, you're not going to be a heathen. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to be.
Yes, because she wants to try to get some more information on her friend.
And he goes, no, that's not happening.
So yeah, after they get done with their, frolicking in the woods, she's trying to, walk away from him to, get to the spot where she needs to. This motherfucker, I'm telling you what, pisses me off. Literally a second away from touching it, and he's like, boop, you're out. With his bat. With his damn bat! I guess it's better than his, thing. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys.
So, after he eliminates her, this girl comes up and starts... She jumps on him.
Sunken face with him. And her name is?
Cherry.
I fucking hate it. I hate when people name their child, a stripper name because they think it's funny. It's not.
Well, this is a fictional person who is addicted to drugs and being manhandled.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes.
So, she comes up. This is when Glendon starts to get jealous, even though she doesn't want to be jealous, which I understand. I don't understand her being jealous, but I understand her not wanting to be jealous.
Yeah. No. She gets really shy about it, too, because she thought she was special, basically. And the way he was treating her is kind of special, and the way he's never done that with anyone else.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. He's done some messed up shit, but...
he continues to do messed up shit.
This whole book just gives me a headache. Anyway, sorry.
So, she takes off and she leaves, and he goes, well, if you leave, I'm gonna
fuck her.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't care what you do. I kind of care, though.
So she goes into the house, and the other boys are there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Nikolai is having fun with the other winner. That's the best way to put it.
Yep. He's bisexual. If you couldn't pick that up, it's fine. Needed to be said, kind of.
Well, yeah. I like Nikolai. So I'm probably going to read. I'm going to probably continue on the series.
Ooh.
But we'll see.
Each like, you kind of see throughout this first book, you kind of see everyone's kinks. Even though it's not spelled out like, hey, these are his kinks. This is, just FYI.
Yeah. I'm hoping the degrading kink is not in every single one of these. Cause
read the warning.
It was not in the warning. I'm just going to let you know.
Oh.
Because I checked.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, I don't know. I skimmed it, so I'm not going to lie. Okay.
So she sees the guy in the green mask, and he kind of, takes her out, and it happens to be Gareth.
Killian's older brother.
Yes.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And he warns her against Killian. He's like, you probably shouldn't mess with him because he's fucked in the head.
And she's like, bet.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to get away from him.
And he's like, oh, he won't let you go. Come back. And I'm like, oh, this is a trend he does. Kind of. He hyperfixates on his, drug of the choice or whatever you want to say it. Yes, obsession. That was probably a better word.
So she gets back to her house. She ghosts him this whole time, which
he does not like.
No. But to be fair,
he deserved it.
He deserved it.
Yes.
He deserved it this whole time.
Yeah.
She should have talked to him this whole time. From the very beginning, she should have got her brother on him.
Her one brother.
Yes.
Because, he's the same as Killian.
Yeah. So he posts a photo of them together.
You can't really see anything, but she knows, obviously, you know your own body. And she's like, that motherfucker. That motherfucker. Because he has to prove that, she is his.
Yes.
In some fashion form. Either it's by that or his obsessive bites / bruises / hurting her in general.
Emotionally and physically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot the mentally part. It's like this whole fucking book. How did I forget that? Anyways.
So she ghosts him. He gets mad. He kind of kidnaps her basically and takes her back to his.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So yes, he finally deflowers her. And
this was at the party though. She shows up at the party for whatever reason, too.
She obviously, no, just kidding. She was just still trying to find, because it's at their house.
Yes.
So she was still trying to find information. So she went with her friends, and
of course he's gonna be at his house.
He just drags her off to his room, and then
she makes a deal with Gareth about
getting
information about Devlin.
Mm-hmm.
And Gareth's like, yeah, if you help me take down Killian. She goes, bet. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna leave me alone anyways.
Yeah, and it's hilarious because, so the whole reason he, basically carries her into his room like a caveman is, guess what? I guess he antagonizes him because he can. His brother.
Yeah.
He goes in to lean, well, actually, he does kiss her, and, does Killian grab his brother off of him, throw him to the fucking, across the hall, and, the guards, the people that are standing in the hallway trying to protect, they just fade into the darkness, and they're like, we're not a part of this! Hell no! You don't get in between the two brothers. And, he deflowers her, and multiple times during the night, and,
well, you can only deflower somebody once.
Yes, that's true.
But they do it multiple times.
Yes. My bad! I mean, does not grow back? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Not unless you're a true blood vampire.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was the worst part of it. Anyways, tangent. Okay, let's take that off there. Anyways, and so she thinks that he deflowered me. He had his way with me. He's gonna get me out of his system. And
that's not it.
It might have worked, but he's too deep. He's too deep in the obsession with her and how he makes her feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vice versa.
Yeah. Sorry. And so basically, she wakes up and she's like, "Oh, it's the perfect time during the middle of the night.
To sneak out.
Let's go sneak out." She did have the thought about looking for some information, but she's like, "Fuck no, I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving. I have to leave." Kind of works.
And she steps on Nikolai.
This man is allergic to shirts, okay?
He's allergic to beds, too.
That's true. He sleeps on the staircase. He sleeps
on the floor.
By the staircase.
Multiple people stepped on him.
Yeah. And he's just like, "What you want?"
So, Killian comes downstairs. And he basically has a pissing contest.
Yep.
About her being his.
And so, yeah, he basically, forces her into a really long, dominating kiss. And then she's like, "Oh, there are people here."
Meanwhile, Nikolai doesn't care because he's been screwing everybody in plain sight.
Yeah, I know. And the other two are just like, "Okay, cool." But his brother was there, and that's really what he was showing. She's my bitch.
Yeah. And this is where he starts throwing things at Nikolai, too. And
he's like, "Why are you throwing shit at me, man?" I love it. That's he says that a couple times. He's like, "Man, why are you throwing shit at me? Stop throwing stuff." I'm like, yeah, I like him. But Killian, no, he's a fucker. Through and through.
Yes.
Anyways.
So, she gets back to her place.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry comes up to her again.
Yeah, basically degrading her and being like, "You're not what he needs. You're not what he can,
Yeah.
That stupid pick-me bullshit."
So she basically ghosts him again. And then he posts the photo of them kissing on the stairs. And Landon finds out.
Yeah, this is where it kind of goes to shit, honestly. Because it was mostly just them two. The struggles between them were contained between just them. Now that he posted, because he measuring dicks of, whoever, and, yes, her brother sees it, and he's like, no, I've protected her. I threw away a lot of men. And, which is a trend throughout the book. Basically, any guy that she has any interest in, Landon gets there first, and basically puts the fear of God in them, because he's a psychopath and will literally do whatever he has to intimidate whoever it is. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why she was still a virgin at 19. Shocker. She just didn't find anyone that was willing to put up with her brother.
Yeah.
And now she has.
So, Landon confronts Killian. And this is where you meet Nikolai's sister, one of them. Mia. Is it Mia or Maya?
I think it's Maya. It's M-Y-A, right? Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Nikolai's sister, Killian's cousin.
Yeah, there's Mia and then there's Maya. So we were both right.
So I think it's Mia that he meets.
Yeah. Yeah, because that sounds more.
Mia can't speak. She's mute. So,
due to an accident or trauma, it's not medically.
So Killian translates, obviously. Mia calls Landon a dick, pretty much.
Yeah. So Landon is, of course, by Killian's limited edition Aston Martin red car. I think it was Aston Martin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an Aston Martin.
Limited edition, of course, red because that's his favorite color. And Landon's basically like, you got 7 days.
Break up with her, Or make her, well, he says, make her hate you and don't see her ever again. And he goes, too late, she already hates me.
Yeah, he's like, what if she hates me? Well, that's problematic. But yes, he scratches some things into his, well, I don't know if it's things. I think he just scratches the shit out of his car. And then Brandon's also there. And then you get Mia. Basically, Brandon and Mia hit it off because he's like, I can talk to someone. And she knows Killian's true
nature, I guess.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't care. I love you. You're my cousin. Like, you know, we're family. Cool. Like, you're here for me. That's all that matters. And
so they go back to Killian's house. And Killian sends a picture of Brandon to Glendon.
Mm-hmm. Because she's still not talking to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you want your brother to live.
She goes, oh, hell no. So she goes to the mansion.
Rushes over.
And she's like, how am I going to get in? But the gate's magically open for her.
Yeah.
And she gets there. She finds the game room. She finds out that all they were doing was playing video games.
Yeah, she was like, okay, Brandon, we can go. And he's like, but I wanted to play. And she's like, oh, God, I love my brother, okay? Because since a lot of things have happened to their family, I'm not sure what his trauma was, but he had some issues where he wasn't, mostly just from the brother, his brother being a psychopath. He had some issues. So she really felt like she didn't want to take away him smiling, and he was smiling at Killian's cousin, so she's like, okay. And then he punishes her in the bathroom. And every sense of the word you can imagine. Because, you know,
why not? Yeah.
Well, she didn't give him attention.
Exactly.
Your eye roll says it all.
Listen.
Yeah. Anyways,
this man was grating on my nerves.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine why.
Like, I liked some of the banter between them, but, like, I need you to not be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He was a little too dickish, okay? So
they kind of date for that week, and then...
Yeah, and she's getting random...
text messages?
Yeah, from someone she doesn't know, saying... Basically saying, like, alongside with, like, Devlin, like, you should have fucking died with him, or stuff like that. Basically, more emotional torture, basically. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She thinks it's kind of Killian at the beginning, but it's not. It's just a random number. She doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But he drops her off at her place. And then he goes to drive back to his house, which is on the other campus. And he sees a bunch of cars kind of following him, and they get into a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens to be Landon and the elites.
7 days have passed, and he did not break up with her like he was threatened to, basically. And Landon has come to pay the piper. Kind of? I don't know if that's the right word. Anyways, to bully Killian into doing it. And Killian's just
not
like...
bully. There's no bullying.
No, you're right.
It's a full-on waterboard.
Kind of deserved it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God, no torture ever. I'm all good for good torture when they deserve it. That's all I'm saying. So yes, but yeah, he basically waterboards him to almost death.
Yeah. So him, Eli, and Carrington are there at the beginning.
Yes.
And then Eli kind of texts Brandon that shit's going down with Killian, and then Glendon shows up, and she picks Killian over Landon, and she gives Landon the business. And then she takes her and Brandon help get Killian back to his mansion because he has a fever.
Yeah, he did. Well, he died, kind of.
So they get him back to health. And there's a spicy scene in there. Because why wouldn't there be?
Yeah.
Nikolai barges in. He goes, who do I gotta kill?
Yeah. I do like that. And so basically, I think it was Gareth that was like, oh, you know, Killian got this. And he's like, fine, I guess. But he was all for it. He was like, okay, who would need to fuck up? Like, immediately. But, you know, since it was Glinda's brother, he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
It's a weird relationship between Gareth and Glinda because he was using her to kind of shield himself from Killian because he is a ruthless dick and punishes his brother because he's the golden child, kind of.
Well, he thinks...
Yeah, it's all
his
misconceptions.
Dad likes Gareth more.
Mm-hmm.
And that his dad thinks that he should have never been born. Which is the big theme in this, too.
Because when he was 9 years old, his dad did say that out of anger. Yeah, we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, he has some issues that he's working through with his brother, so he kind of does everything he can to torment his brother, but still ride that line of it being brotherly, like, competition or what the fuck ever, you know? And, so, this is where they I think it solidifies more, because he's like, oh, she chose me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when he, like, I think he became hooked, basically.
Yes.
And this is trauma-based, and anyways.
She also is... She has feelings for him, but she doesn't want to have feelings for him because she knows that he can't love her.
Mm-hmm.
Which, this whole book, I was like, he doesn't love her. He's just kind of fucking with her head.
Mm-hmm.
This whole time.
100%. And so I kind of get, so basically a whole theme through this entire book was he wanted her to say, you're mine. Say, you're mine. Every time they have any kind of sexual relation. And so he makes it into, well, you're not going to say it, I'm going to punish you. And she's just like, I know if I say this, there is no going back. I cannot say this because I know he will not love me how I need to be loved.
Yes.
And so I commend her on that because she stays true to that through the entire fucking book. And that much willpower to, you know what I mean? Like, that's, and it's not like he's actually torturing her. You know what I mean? Like, sexually. Pushing her past her limits, basically. And I just don't like it. I'm, like, really uncomfortable. Anyways. This was a really uncomfortable book to read because it's one of those, do you shoot for him? Do you want him? Do we want him? No, we don't want him, but we hate him. But why do we still kind of like him? Like, that was the entire book, and I'm like, okay, I'm in her shoes. Like, am I turned on? Am I not turned on? Like, what is going on? Like, that's kind of how I felt. It was kind of hot and cold through the entire book.
See, I was like, okay, do I like him? I definitely don't like the sexual aspect of this.
Yeah.
But do I like them together? Are they good?
Kind of.
But I don't like them together.
Yep.
And he doesn't love her. I know he doesn't love her.
And he even says that.
Yeah. So, it was conflicting.
Yeah. No, 100%. I am with you right there. And I'm like, and that's why I'm really, like, struggling to do my rating. Like, because it's like, how did I feel about this book? Like, I just can't even, like, read it, like, finished it today, and I'm like, I should have finished it, like, 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those books where you're thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
And you're thinking about it.
Well, that's why when you said, well, how are you liking it? I was like, I don't know.
I was exactly the same, and I'm like, I don't like some of this stuff. And I'm like, but we're getting it.
like, I liked the action scenes of the book, for sure. Like, I liked the initiation.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the characters. So that kind of reflects in my ratings. I did not like them as a couple. Like, and I think it's because I knew that he couldn't, like, truly love her. He couldn't, like, there's never going to be a happy ever after because he can't truly give himself to her.
Yeah, because
like,
he doesn't know how.
Yes.
Not that he doesn't want to. He just doesn't have those emotions like a normal person would. So, yes, I am with you on every point of this book. Sorry, let's get back into the book.
And that kind of went with our discussion because at this point she's like, you can't love me. So I don't know, I don't want, you can't give me what I need.
And he's basically like, I can't love you. But this is how you make me feel, kind of.
Yes.
Obviously he didn't use the words feel, but basically, like, when you're around, this is lower, this is, like, all the things that he's trying to basically present in his mind, like, I'm not as angry, I'm not, like, okay.
Well, she gets more into his world, and then they get to know each other better.
And then she just starts giving them the sass back, which I absolutely love.
Yes.
I think this is where she starts finding her voice.
Yes.
And this is where you kind of see some more character development, where she was like a meek rabbit.
Uh-huh.
And then now she's becoming someone that is equal to his footing, kind of.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's not a psychopath, so you can never be on even footing, but kind of more, she sees more of the human side of his, or tries to justify more the human side than the monster side.
Well, she knows other people like that, because Eli and Landon are also like Killian.
Yes.
So she kind of, like, knows how to navigate. But she doesn't know that he can give her what she needs.
Yeah. So this is, like, through the rest of the book. So there's a huge fight about this topic in particular, and she's like, you can't love me. And he's like, okay, kidnapping. That's not the
Well, she goes, I want to go home. So he goes, okay. And then he takes her to his home in the United States to meet his parents.
9-hour private jet. And she hates flying.
Yes.
And so, like, that part was cute. Like, so Gareth actually was on the plane with them. And you kind of see them connect. They're playing Uno. And Killian's just asleep in the fucking chair. Granted, she fell asleep on him, because she's scared of flying. And he wakes up and he is so jealous. Like, he's like, she's fucking laughing. She's playing fucking Uno? And he's just like, okay. So, of course, Killian being Killian,
tries to cheat at Uno.
Tries to cheat at Uno. Who does that? If you don't have the skill, brother, to win at Uno by yourself, I don't know what to tell you. Just saying. Just put that out there. But yeah.
As Uno experts.
Yes. So, yes. This is why my husband won't play Uno with me.
We used to play a lot of Uno.
He always loses, so now he won't play with me at all. Yes, so they go home, and she meets his mom, which is a normal-ass mom.
I loved their parents, though.
Yes. I felt like Killian's dad is kind of, I'm not saying on the spectrum, but on the spectrum of psychopathic somewhere, just based on his point of view chapter. Some of the things just, to me, wouldn't make sense if it was a normal male. Like,
well, they're all in the mafia too.
That's true. That is true, but I took into account everyone's a psychopath in this, so I'm like, you have some tendencies, brother.
Yes.
But mostly when he was talking about his wife, like, she's, like how he felt about her, how he still feels about her. Like, to me, that was more of the same things that Killian was saying when we had some of his chapters.
Yes.
So I kind of drew the parallel. I don't know if we're supposed to or not. But yes, they have some time at his mom's house, parents' house. And
this is when she gets a call from her mom.
yes.
And she's checking on Landon, Brandon, and Clinton.
Yeah. She has some sort of nightmare, wakes up, and she's like, I gotta make sure my baby's okay.
Yes. And this is when Glendon kind of gives her... They have a heart-to-heart where she's like, well, I never felt adequate enough, like, compared to you guys.
Mm-hmm. And she even talked to her mom about the suicidal tendencies that she was having. Like, it was a really good conversation that they needed to have. And she was just like, Mom, shut up. I'm just talking. Like, I like that part where she was just like, Mom, let me say what I have to say first. I always like that when you find your voice like that.
Yeah. I also love her grandpa, which is also her uncle. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of strange too, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's her brother's... brother's brother?
No, her dad's uncle.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's
her, grandpa. Yeah. He was nice. I don't care. I liked him.
So, in this, she gets a text message with a video of Killian kind of like playing mind games with Devlin in a previous initiation. And she goes, oh, hell no. She goes,
yeah.
I am leaving. So she runs away. And he follows her, and they kind of have, like...
We're basically, he's like, you don't fucking walk away from me. And she's like, I'm fucking walking away. I want to fucking go home. And he sees a look on her face of pure disgust, and there was something else. Disgust and anger, maybe? Where
I don't think it was anger, because he didn't care about her anger.
Yeah, no.
It was a different kind of...
It fucked with his head, because he was like, I don't want her looking at me like that. So he, like, backs off, and he's like, I am going against every restraint I have to not kill you. Like, because that's how he is. Like, that's how he kind of was like, I am so pissed. And tapping his finger, and he's like, I want to... Calm down, brother.
He puts her on a plane by herself.
Yes. One good thing he's done in this entire fucking book.
And then he tells his bodyguards to kind of, like, look after her. If you don't protect her, I will kill you.
Yes. So they're like...
And then he goes back to his house to confront Gareth, because he thinks Gareth sent her the video. Mm-hmm. And he didn't. And this is where you get the big heart-to-heart with his family.
Yes, I love it. Yes, I did enjoy this quite a bit.
This part almost made me cry because of what his dad was saying to him.
It was pretty. Yeah, they have a nice little family moment. So basically, he's wailing on his brother, and his dad is, from the description, a very big built man. And he basically just picks Killian up. And it's nice to kind of see him being manhandled, because he's doing all the manhandling.
Yes.
So that was kind of nice. But yeah, basically they all hash it out and be like, you know, some things happen when you're a kid. Fucking forget about it.
Well, his dad goes, he tries to explain to him, and then he goes, okay, this is not working. So he just flat out apologizes to Killian for saying what he said in anger.
Yeah, because he didn't mean it how Killian took it, and he's been holding on that for years. So basically it was the I didn't want you, your mom should have stopped at your brother kind of thing. And it was more towards the fact of a different person that we don't know about that hurt them, his parents, in the past. And that's kind of what they were referring to. The person that they knew that acted just like Killian. And that's kind of the trauma coming in, and he took it as, oh, they don't love me.
Yes.
And,
well, he took it that his dad didn't love him.
Yeah.
He knew his mom loved him.
And that's why he always replied back to his mom. He always tried to be normal, outside looking in as possible. So he posted, like, pictures and just random shit that obviously didn't, you know, not like a normal person would, I guess. I don't know. But yes, so she's like, basically tells him, if you want her, fight for her. And he's like, okay.
Yes.
And so they travel back, and because Garrett's like, well, why the fuck do I have to come? And he's like, because you need to help me.
Because you went through the archives. You know how to do this.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, we need to find out who's sending her the shit. And Gareth was like, well, I purged it from the system and da-da-da-da. Like, so yes, they need to go do some investigation work. And, of course, Glendon came back and...
She went to her grandpa's house.
Yep. And he was just like, who made you cry? He, like, calls her dad. He's like, okay, we gotta fuck some people up. And he's like, huh? Oh, I'm out. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
I'll get the boys. Let's go.
Which, like, oh, you know, like, I love that shit. But basically, he gives her the fight again. And she's like, I'm not gonna have him hold power over me. Talking about Killian. And so she goes to the suicide spot. Right?
Yes.
I'm trying to make sure we didn't, like, leave anything out. No. Okay. She goes back to the cliff where her friend died. And where it all began, kind of, you know, between Devlin and Killian. And
yeah,
anything else is about to happen. And so she finally comes up with a plan of what she's going to do. I forget what the plan was because it didn't happen.
Well, she had started thinking about Devlin and how he was acting towards her.
Oh,
because previously Gareth was like, that doesn't sound like the guy that I talked to. And Killian also said, like...
Some things to make her doubt her memories.
Yes.
And so the more she thought about it, the more she felt like Devlin was a one-sided friend.
Yeah. And her grandpa kind of was like, well, if you guys weren't in a relationship, then why did you care so much for this guy that didn't show you anything back?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, I think, yes. And then she finally realizes that he probably wasn't the person she thought he was. Mm-hmm. And guess who's behind her? Not Killian. I bet you were thinking that. Because I thought that. I was like, oh, fuck, he found her already. I was not expecting...
Well, he put a tracker on her phone.
Yes, that's true. And he was racing towards her because he put the tracker on her phone. And he knows what that spot. And when he first found her, how she was messed up. And he's like, I gotta get there ASAP. Because he realizes that he doesn't want her dead.
Yes. He wants all of her.
Yes. And whatever that is. Anyways. Who was behind her on the cliff? Devlin. He faked his death. I don't know where he got the body. I don't know. Don't know. It explains it, but it doesn't explain it to me. Like,
he ran the car off the road for sure. He's part of the Scorpions, which is also a mafia group.
Serpents.
The Serpents. Sorry.
It's okay. All the S names is fine.
And he wants to start a gang war, club war,
territorial war. Yeah, some kind of war
with the elites and the heathens,
and of course the Serpians.
The Serpians.
Whatever they were.
We're so confused at this point.
It sounds better. Yes, okay. The serpent. See, it doesn't roll off the tongue, you know?
Should be the Scorpions.
I'm just saying. If you're gonna have a secret club name, it needs to at least be like roll off the tongue, not like, oh, you're just the serpent. Sorry. Personal preference.
So anyway, he gives her this whole villain speech and beats the shit out of her. She fights back as much as she can.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously overpowers her, but she still tries to, like, she spits blood on him, scratches him, like, she does what she can. You know, it is what it is.
I mean, at this point, Killian should have taught her something.
That's to come in second book. No, I'm just kidding.
The second book is somebody else.
It's still in the background somewhere. It's fine. So yes. So he finds her and he's like, baby. Sorry, it's just so genuine. He's like, who did this? And of course, she's not going to say anything because she doesn't want to start a war because it's going to bring her brother into it. And, like, she just doesn't want that on her conscience. So she doesn't say anything. What she doesn't know is that there is a serpent mask or whatever they use as their mask close to her. And Killian obviously takes her back to his house and then goes.
Yeah. And Landon shows up, too, because he's oh, yeah. This is going down.
Yeah,
and Nikolai's like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Nikolai's like, come on, man, I got this. But yeah, and then Killian's like, Landon, we don't need you here. And he's like, too bad I'm here, whether you like it or not. I can cut you out. And so they have kind of like a pissing contest, and Killian's like, you know what? I just don't even care because I want to kill this motherfucker. So he's just like, come on, bet.
So Devlin had been sending her the threatening messages.
Yes.
Cherry is the one that...
They're brothers and sister, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got her the invitation to the initiation.
Oh, yeah.
Got the videos.
And she flipped on her brother like no other.
Yeah, well, that's who she is as a person.
Yes, yes.
Because
she's a drug addict. So she doesn't want her dad to know. And Devlin said, if you do all these things, I won't tell Dad, kind of thing. And she's like, okay. And then Killian's like, if you don't tell me, I will kill you. And she's like, okay, here you go. Like, good choice. But yes, she tells everything, and then him and everyone basically go to this party where they're doing some initiation. Coincidence on timing, it's fine. And they go and fuck up some people.
Yep.
Killian gets his arm
broken,
straight up broken by a bat, which I think is funny because it's coming back from the initiation of his. And so then it kind of cuts out and then goes back to Glinda, and she's just like, oh shit, okay, I'm up. Wait, shit. And she tries to get out, and she sees Killian coming through the door.
Bloody.
Oh, I'm just kind of limp there, you know? And she's like, you didn't kill him, did you? Like, and he's like, so what if I did? And she's like, I want you to think it from my perspective. I don't want that shit on me. And he's like, I thought about you, bitch. He doesn't say it that way, but that's kind of like, you know, he was just like, yeah, I did think about it, and yeah, but he's just gonna, you know, take a while to heal again, to walk right again. And he's like, and then we'll pay him another visit. And I'm like, yes! I mean, no.
See, you kind of root for him at some point.
Yes, because he does this sweet things where I find sweet, but it's more just like, bitch, you touch what's mine. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, that's all his thought was, where he's like, but she was mine, and he touched her, and no. And so basically he was like, I didn't kill him because I want to go back and beat him up again. But basically he was like, I realized if I go through that path of actually killing someone, he's like, I won't be with you. And he's like, that's not what I want. I'm like, okay, alright, okay. Like, I have to say, he does say he's brutally honest with her. And that's pretty damn accurate.
Yeah.
Even if she doesn't, like, even if she needed that fucking lie. Like, he was like, I don't know. You get me. You get all of me. The truth and all. And then, I think after all this,
it goes to her dad's chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her dad's, and they're, kind of interrogating Killian. He has a cast on, so it's at least a couple months, or maybe, you know, a month after or something, a couple days, whatever.
I think it was like 3 weeks.
Was it 3 weeks?
I think it said in the... 3 weeks later.
Yes, there we go. 3 weeks later, he's in a cast, and, he's just like, do your worst. He's like, I ain't going anywhere. And he's like, you make her cry. You seriously fuck her up. We're gonna kill you. And he's like, Fair enough. And then they're happy. Everyone's happy. Landon and Killian still do not get along. They're like,
which fair.
Yeah, fair enough. They're two very strong personalities. Yeah, very strong personalities. And then that's the first epilogue, and then there's another epilogue. To
3 epilogues.
Was there 3 epilogues?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, I only remember the 2.
Because the first one was...
I think the first one was her dad, and then I think it goes back to
Glendon.
Yes.
Where she's drunk.
Oh yeah,
She's drinking with Nikolai.
oh yeah. and of course Killian is going to med school, so he doesn't have a lot of free time as much because it's in later in medical school where he's doing more of the clinical part in the hospital, which is brutal. And he's like, I told you, you can't drink without me. And she's like, it was just Nikolai. And he's like, but you're sultry when you drink. No, I only see that part of you. It's like that shit bugs me.
She goes, it's just Nikolai.
Yeah, like,
and that's where he throws something at him again.
Yes, he does. I love it. And then it's the third epilogue, right?
Yes.
And that's 2 years later, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
And they're still in the middle of this war that they started 2 years ago. You would think by now, like, the elites and the kings kind of are okay with each other, but apparently not. Or maybe it's just all the serpent gang. I have no idea. I assume that's later on. So basically this is the first time where Glendon says that I'm yours.
Yes.
Or was it? Okay, yeah. And then they get engaged.
Yeah.
End of the story. End of that book. Okay.
End of Colin Malice.
Yes. Yes. So one of the things I did want to say was, we talked a little bit about it earlier. I felt like I was missing a lot of the plot. But if it is kind of more of a, she's wrote something else, and then she tied it in that way, I could kind of see where I felt like I was missing pieces. Not that it was important to the overall story.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to say, this book does a great job of showcasing just a different type of love. That's where I'm leaving it.
I don't know if it was love.
It's a different type of something.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. Like, this is the closest thing. It's a romance book, like, you know.
When I was categorizing this, I was like, this isn't romance.
No. Is that where the dark comes in?
Yeah.
So, are you ready to go over your ratings for the book?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to start with the easy one?
The spice
The
rating?
spice one? Yeah. Or if you want, I also put darkness scale.
This was a 4 on the spice rating. Like, this is kind of like intense shit. Even if it's like, they're kind of vanilla sex scenes, but it's not consensual vanilla sex scenes.
I put it as a 5 just because of that. And mostly because I felt uncomfortable reading some of the sex stories, smut store, whatever, where I felt like I'm ashamed. You know, like, I was kind of feeling what she was feeling. Like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be turned on by this, but I kind of am, low-key. Like, but then it's like, no, this, like, put me off completely during, like, whatever, you know, whatever in whatever scene. You know what I mean? Because I felt like that throughout the entire book. So I was like, no. Like, you know, like, it went too far, and then I was like, no, this is not, I wouldn't, no. And then that's kind of where I lost interest. But spice level, I gave it a 5. Okay. What is your overall rating?
So, I debated about this a lot.
Okay.
So, I didn't hate the book.
Yes.
So, therefore, it's not a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's like, okay, so it has to be at least a 3.
Okay.
I was like,
Is
it? And then I was like, well, is it a 4? Because I liked the characters.
Okay, yeah, there was elements that you liked in it.
I liked the overall story. I didn't like the sex scenes.
Yeah.
So that's going to get docked regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the growth of the characters. So I was like, I'm gonna settle on a 3.5. Is where I went.
Okay. I straight went 2. And there's just a lot about this book that I found uncomfortable, so it wasn't... I took that obviously in consideration for my rating. Because, like you said, story, I didn't hate. Character growth, I didn't hate. I hated the main guy, Killian, sometimes.
Yes.
But other times I was like, oh, I can kind of see what she likes about him. But mostly it was the smut that it was just like, okay, yeah. I didn't realize that I didn't like this type of smut.
Yes.
Until I read it. Like, I read non-consensual stuff and it was fine. But this was on a different level.
I think it was the degrading is the issue.
Okay.
For us. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I've read...
As I say, I've read stuff where it's like on the same lines.
Yes.
But I didn't feel like... I feel like this was darker. And is it because he was a psychopath? That he didn't feel like... Like, I don't know what it was, but it was darker than anything I've ever read.
Yeah. I think So I've read Haunting Adeline. Okay.
Yes, I have not. And I know what that book is about.
So I kind of felt the same way about this one as I felt about Haunting Adeline.
Okay.
Where I was like, I don't know how I feel about our main character because, one, he's supposed to like her and he's supposed to love her, but yet he puts her in situations that are mentally and probably physically not good for her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know how to feel about these characters.
No, I totally get it. Like, there are some things where, like, he learns to cook for her because she doesn't fucking take care of herself. Like, that's sweet.
Yes.
But it's more of a, I want you to survive kind of thing. So, is that considered sweetness? Like, that's kind of where I was at, where I was like, well, he does some things, but there's also a logical reason why he does these things. Is that okay? Like, that's kind of what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, is that okay for someone to, like, love someone like that? Like, but I feel like that's just more convenient. Like, I don't know.
And I think it's okay for us to be conflicted about this because of the topic that was discussed. So I'm like, should I, like, I don't know if I should like this or if I should hate this.
Yeah, that's kind of...
But it gives you a lot of questions to think about.
Yes. And especially for me, since I've read a lot of different shit, a lot of random stuff, like, to me that was probably an eye-opener, because I've heard of dark romance, and I felt like I've read dark romance. I do not after this book. I feel like I have read, like, a true dark romance.
Okay.
Like, it was just on a whole nother level. I just can't pinpoint why.
So that being said,
mm-hmm.
Are you willing to give dark romance another go?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. I just... After reading chapter 2, I was like, I don't know if this is the book for me. Like, that's kind of where I was at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm not going to DNF a book. I'm just not going to do it. Like, and I think if I was reading it, like, if I had picked it up and chapter 3, I probably would have DNF'd it. But I'm glad I didn't, because I did like the story. I did like the character progression. So I'm glad I gave it a shot, even though it wasn't, like, it's not my top 10 book, you know what I mean? But I did enjoy reading it just to find out the darker side of romance.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's not putting me off anything. I'll read anything once.
Same.
I mean, it's just, I don't feel like you can truly give something a chance unless you actually read it. And there are some books where I'm like, like, okay. You know, like, I probably shouldn't have finished, but I always try to give a book the chance. And if I'm not feeling it, I'm going to go back to it. But I'm not going to just DNF it because it's like, this is okay. You know, like, that's just my personal preference.
So, that being said, will you continue on with this series? I know who the next couple is, by the way.
Okay, who's the next couple?
So the next couple is Annika
Okay.
and Carrington.
He's so not vocal for me.
Well, he might get vocal.
That's true. I would at least give him a read. Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... Would I reread this one again?
I don't
In
think
a couple of years.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know.
Like, I had to forget some first. But yeah, I mean, I'd still read. It's not like on my shit list or anything like that. Like, I don't have any books that I'm like, never again. I mean, do you have a book that you'll be like, never fucking again? Like, I know you have like a DNF graveyard, but like, do you have like a book where you're like, read it, never fucking again?
So I have one that I DNF'd, I never will read again.
Okay, fair enough.
And that is the book called House of Leaves. And it's a horror book.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a really good horror book. But there's, like, stories on top of stories on top of stories. And it's weird formatted, so sometimes you read it backwards, sometimes you read in a spiral.
Okay.
And
That would be hard.
the writing style just wasn't...
Kind of like Burnt. Like, where it's like poems / this other format / whatever else.
Kind of.
Okay.
But there's like... So there'll be a block of text, and then there'll be just a box in the middle that has another block of text. And then there's footnotes.
Oh, God, no. That's too much.
How am I supposed to read this? First of all. And then the story wasn't good enough for me to continue.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't name a book that I'm like, hell no, would I ever read that again.
Oh, and there's one that I'm definitely never reading just because of triggers.
Gotcha.
And that's Cujo.
No, I get that. 100%. I get it. I have yet to find a book where I'm like, nope!
This one kind of plays your limits.
This one, I guess, yeah, honestly it did, yeah. Because I was just like, I hate this guy. Like, if you don't like one of the characters, you're like...
It's harder to read.
Yeah, 100%, where it's like...
Especially if it's one of the main characters.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad it wasn't him, like, the majority of the time, because then I probably would have been like, oh, God, shoot me. Or would I have liked it more? Would I have felt like I understood him more? I don't know.
I kind of enjoyed his chapters, which is weird, because he wasn't, like, antagonizing her.
Yeah, he was just, like, matter of fact, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Which pissed me off more! It's just not... Anyways. Okay, so, anything else you want to talk about Common Fellows? Because I feel like I can go on, so I'm just going to shut myself down.
If you feel like you can go on,
I just don't know how I feel about it. I gave my rating and everything, I'm just like, like, I feel like a little kid. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I've read some, like, mafia romance ones.
See, I love a good mafia romance. But I love when they're like...
Where they have some feelings?
Yes. Or they're like... Because I can do BDSM. And, like, I can do, like, intense sex scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fine. I don't care. But I think it's just the degrading was my issue.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you have, like, a mafia guy that's kind of like Killian, but he has a praise kink where he, like, praises her, like, that's fine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably just the kink. I mean... And this is no kink shaming to anybody else. God, no. But... I have things I will just not say on here. I'm just curious. I want to read, because I know there was a...
Did you listen to the playlist?
I did not. I know you like to do that, don't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. A true psychopath, a not make-believe villain. Yep. Villain. Yeah, you're right. Wait, contains yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does not say anything about. Oh, it does say upsetting and disturbing books. You right, girl. I mean, because right now, what's really popular is stalker romance.
Yes. Which I'm fine with as well.
Yeah, like, more of the blurring the lines of consent, non-consent kind of thing, but it's different. I don't know. like mostly because going in, like that it's a situation where you're gonna do that,
yes,
or that's gonna occur, and the female lead is just fine with it, or character. But this one was a little dark. Yeah. It makes me want to read more to feel like I want to know what's my absolute no, fuck this. Is that bad that I want to I'm
listen.
that's kind of what I want. Don't
so we
me.
can do extreme.
Is this so on the scale of extreme, what is this on your of the ones that you've read?
Okay, so
I know, I'm putting you on the spot, sorry.
This is probably about on par with Haunting Adeline.
Okay. And I've not read that one.
I liked that one better than this one.
Okay.
But I think it's on that line.
What did you like about that one more than this one?
So
is it better story
yes and no.
Okay.
The main character, there's a subplot with her grandma in it that I really liked.
Okay.
And Zaid, I kind of felt like he liked her more than Killian liked her.
I gotcha. Yeah, that is a big, yeah, that's a big factor. Because I didn't feel like he loved her or knew what love meant in the capacity of a relationship, because he's never had a true relationship. Mm-hmm. I felt like I didn't know as a reader until probably 80% in, kind of, probably right when he was racing towards her for the cliff.
Yeah. There
towards the end. That's when I was like, oh, I feel like he feels something for her. That's where I was like, but that was too late by that point. By that point, I'm like, I don't think you're a good character.
yeah. And
I know he's not supposed to be. Don't get me wrong. I know he was supposed to be a monster. Loosely. Obviously, he's not but he is, but he's not. It's I don't really feel like psychopaths in general are monsters. I just feel like they think differently, and that's always interesting.
Yes.
To think, and I kind of like that part. But yeah, it was just.
I just think it was for me, I think it was the kink that was in this book.
Yeah, where it was just just not a good pet name. I felt like that was just ingenuous. It was just he was just and it was always at the end of the sentence. He never said baby and then the rest of the word, whatever. It was always at the end, where it was just kind of more an add-on, not he actually
cared.
Yeah, it was not an actual pet name, because it was just more of, that's probably what he says to, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how I was okay, well, I don't think you like her. I don't really like the sex in this. I don't... yeah. I read it mostly because of her, because I felt like she did grow. Even though it's a very toxic relationship, I still felt like she grew out of her shell, she needed to be. I like that aspect. I don't know if I liked it because it was because of him and all the stuff that he did to her to make her lose her shell. I don't. That's what gets me. I'm I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
It's just that's what's conflicting. I'm but it makes me think about the book after I've read it. I'm still thinking about it, and it's been how long since I finished this?
I've been thinking about this book the whole time I've been reading it. I haven't read anything else besides this book.
That's unusual for you.
Well, yes. Also, I needed to get
this
this done, so I was this is 450 pages, so I gotta just focus.
It was a chunker. I think it's probably one of the longer books that we read, at least for this month.
Yes.
Yeah. What did we read last week? It wasn't The Troop, was it?
It was H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft.
Side note, since we're on that, do we want to go over our, how we ranked our books for this month?
Shit. Yeah, sure. Let me consult my manual here. Okay, so besides that one.
So we did Aberrat.
Okay, yeah, you rated that. That was the first one I think we did, right? No. Troop was first.
Yes.
So, the Troop, you rated it a 4.
I think that the Troop was my favorite this month.
Okay. Let me I'm gonna say that too, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overwhelmingly.
H.P. Lovecraft was my least favorite.
Yeah.
I know yours is between Aberrat and H.P. Lovecraft. You can say it.
I think I actually did. I didn't like Mountain of the Madness, or At the Mountains of Madness. It's probably my least favorite story that we've done, just because of the repetitiveness of it. But I mean, I don't know how you mitigate that if it was part of a series, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say Troop's my favorite. Least favorite was probably At the Mountains of Madness. What's yours was?
Well, I gave H.P. Lovecraft, the ones I rated, 1 stars each.
Just because of
yes.
the author, yeah.
And then At the Mountains of Madness, I technically did not finish because I fell asleep.
It's so boring.
So
sorry, but it was, okay?
By that account, it's H.P. Lovecraft.
That's true. That's true.
And I think in the middle, it's probably... Well, I don't know, because Aberrat, I rated 3. Or did I rate Aberrat 4?
You rated it a 3.
Okay.
So technically, God of Malice would be your favorite this month.
No, The Troop is my favorite.
Yep. You rated that a 4. And I rated it a 3.5. So yes, it would have been... I rated Herbert West, but I don't consider that a book.
Herbert West was good, except for the racism.
yeah, no, 100%, yeah. But yeah. I totally forgot about... I forgot that we were doing that.
Okay.
Yes, so...
December's books.
Yes, December books.
So the first one we will be reading is The Snow Queen by Joan Bing.
Bing.
Yeah. And that is our sci-fi pick.
Yes.
And then North is the Night by Emily Rath is our fantasy pick.
Yes.
Romance, we have another stalker. He sees you when you're sleeping.
Yes, you cannot find us anywhere. Good luck.
And then for our horror, we're doing Krampus.
Yes.
Which I'm excited about.
I am actually excited. I've not read it before, so. Have you?
No, I haven't read any of these. So, completely fresh month. I don't think I read any No, I read Aberrat. We both had read Aberrat before.
Yeah. Didn't know it, but yeah. But yes, and then we're still debating if we want to do the bonus episode in December. Just because of the holiday and shit. We just undecided at the moment.
If we do the bonus episode,
yes.
It will be The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which is up here.
Yeah, you can still kind of see it.
Under my basilisk smut.
Well, whose fault is that?
The Deal.
Yes. I want to say I want to do it, but just time constraint at that point. But I'm excited because this is Rachel's favorite author, so I really want to give it a go. I don't want her to hate me if I don't like it.
It's a hockey romance. It is contemporary, though, so I will say that. So we don't have, like, fantasy elements.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's contemporary. It's fully cute.
If we have time, we're definitely going to try to do it, because I want to at least read something by your favorite author. So, yes. So, obviously, if you want to read any of the books for December, get them, read them now, so you can be a part of the discussion. If you have any suggestions for books that fit our themes, or genres, I mean.
Or themes.
Yeah.
We can do themes,
Yeah,
too.
we can do themes. We'll do a post later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to post this week, and then I was reading God of Malice for 4 days straight. But I went to a castle this weekend, so that was fun.
Did you read it at the castle?
No.
Shameful.
Listen, I can't take a dark romance to a wedding.
I mean, there's no restrictions.
I also was helping Kyle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You guys were photography. photographing the wedding and whatnot.
Yes.
So, but that is kind of neat. Not gonna lie, low-key cool. Anyways, but I hope you enjoyed this episode of God of Malice. And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.